Hey, it's me, Fish, your host for the Ugly Red Source of All Evil. Whoops, hold on. Got all these dogs bothering and all that. Alright. Anyway, I'm doing this video for my 31 Days of Halloween Horror Bingeathon. It's mostly going to be horror movies, but there might be some movies that are, to just take place on Halloween. And might even be some comedies in there, I mean, I just got through watching Hocus Pocus the other day, but that wasn't really part of my 31 Days of Halloween horror. But it could have been. So, movies like that, I could include in my 31 days. So what I'm going to do, if you don't know what 31 Days of Halloween Horror Binge-thons are, it's basically where you watch at least one horror or Halloween-themed movie every day of October all the way up to Halloween. And I'll try to do more than just one in a day, especially on my days off like today. I was able to do 4. I could have done the 5th one. I had planned on doing the 5th one, but I just started getting tired and started playing around on the internet, and so yeah. So my days off of work, I'll be doing at least 2 to 3 movies, and we're on the 5 days of the week that I work, because I got a 40-hour work week. I will be doing at least 1 movie. And the last week of October will be like the 28th through November, something or other, is my vacation week. So those few days up into Halloween, October 31st, there'll definitely be at least 3 to 4 movies each day up to Halloween. And of course, Halloween, I'm going to try to watch like at least 5 or 6 movies in a day, which should take up the whole day, but so. But anyway, so let's start off with what I watched today, which is October 1st, the first day of my 31 days Halloween horror movie binge-a-thon. I started with Tales of Halloween, which is now an annual tradition for my 31 days deal. Now I watched it last year as well, and I think I actually watched it on October 1st. But this is now, last year was the first year I had this, so it's the first year it was included in my binge-a-thon there. But it is now officially in my first movie to watch list. So now my movies will be changing every year. There's going to be some movies I'm watching this year that I didn't watch last year, or that hadn't been out, or I didn't have last year, And of course, there are going to be some that I did watch last year, like this, for example. So anyway, if you don't know what this movie is, it is an anthology. And it's a really good one. I don't really remember. I'm seeing the actors and all that here, but I don't really remember if any of them are like really big famous types or whatever. But well, the guy that played Rusty Rex, the ransom of Rusty Rex, that little guy there, he recently died not too long ago. I don't remember the actual actor's name, but he was in American Horror Story Freak Show. He was that bald guy that looked like he had like chicken feathers around his neck or something, and would eat chickens and things. The Geek, I think they called him. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen that. Anyway, that was not my favorite, but that was one of my favorite of the stories in here. I don't remember exactly how much there is. It's like 7 or something. Little stories, and they all kind of interconnect. because if I remember, let me see, Adrian Barbobo, Adrian Barbobo, kind of reminiscent of her role in The Fog, where she plays a disc jockey, and she kind of introduces as a disc jockey, radio disc jockey, in case young whippersnappers don't know what that is. Kind of introduces each story or something like that. Honestly, I didn't pay as much attention this time around as I did the very first time. So that's why I'm having a hard time remembering everything. But one of my favorite stories in this one is that devil one. Like I said, I don't remember the names. That's not it, but yeah, that was cool. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, I don't remember it, but the guy, it was Barry Bostwick. He played the devil, and you might remember him from Rocky Horror Picture Show. He was Brad, and but yeah, he played a pretty cruel devil to the little kid that was trying to prank him, and he just turned the prank around and fucked that little kid up. Not like beat him up or whatever, but just yeah. So that was really cool. And one of my other favorite stories in there was that one about the trick-or-treaters, which are just kids, but they decided to kill people that they trick-or-treat to. And there are several stories in there they're all good. And there was a really funny one about a deformed serial killer that kind of has the tables turned on him. He's trying to, kill this one chick, which he kind of does. And a little alien comes down to go trick or treat, or whatever. And, the deformed serial killer's like, I ain't got no candy, man, whatever he says. And that little alien keeps bugging him, trick or treat. And so he squashes him because he's a little alien. He squashes him under his foot. But the little alien resurrects itself into that dead girl that he just killed. And now she's possessed by the alien, and the alien's trying to kill that serial killer. And it's not the best description, grant you, but yeah. And then, of course, that pumpkin head thing, the bad seed. That was a pretty good one, too. They're all good. If you haven't seen Tales of Halloween, see it. It's on Netflix right now in the U.S., and it's also coming out just on standard Blu-ray without all this extra stuff, soundtracks and all that, this month sometime. All right. And movie number 2 I watched today was Cult of Chucky, which I finally watched. A lot of people talked about it. A lot of people hate it. One of my friends from work says she really hated it. I liked it. I also like the gore in it. Basically, the Cult of Chucky is he has a new voodoo spell, incantation or something, where he could basically multiply. He could put his soul into several different Chuckies and or people. So there'll be a lot of Chuckies, but it's still the one Charles Lee Ray, but he's possessing all these different Chuckies and whatnot, kind of like cloning himself. So, I don't know. I mean, it was good. Fiona Dourif, who is the daughter of Brad Dourif, who is the voice of Chucky, is back because she was in The Curse of Chucky. She was a wheelchair character that they blamed for all the Chucky killings in The Curse, and they still kind of blame her, and they're blaming her for all the Chucky killings that's happening in the mental hospital that she's in now. So, and Andy comes back, the actual actor that played the little kid. Andy's grown up and back in this, trying to get more revenge on Chucky. And, the girl from Child's Play 2. I forget her name. Her name is Kyle in the show, but I don't remember her real name. She comes back too, but it's a surprise the more she comes back. I'm not going to ruin it for you if you haven't seen it. Of course, Jennifer Tilly back as Tiffany, and she's still hot as ever. I mean, God damn, she's hot. Anyway, but yeah, it's still good. Still with voice of Chucky. I know there's a reboot coming out. I don't know how that's going to be, but we'll see. Next one I watched is Trick or Treat. This is kind of an anthology flick. It's a bunch of different stories that take place in the same town or whatever, and characters interact with each other in each of the little stories. But the best part about it, I think, was that story about the school bus and the kids that died and all that. This is a really good movie. That Sam, which is spoiled here on the cover, which is kind of dumb. He had a sackcloth through the majority of the movie. So I don't know why they spoiled it by putting his actual picture on the cover, but still, he was a cool character. I liked him. And of course, Anna Paquin is in it. She played, I don't know what her character's name is, but she was, her Halloween costume was Little Red Riding Hood. And Brian Cox, I don't know if you guys recognize the name, but that actor has been in a lot of good stuff. He wasn't one of the, I think it was an X-Men Last Stand. I think that was it. He's just been in a lot of shit, and he's really cool. He's a great actor. And of course, Anna Paquin is so freaking hot. But apparently, one of the producers is Bryan Singer. And he is the Bryan Singer that done the X-Men and some bunch of other stuff. But I don't know what else to really say about this. It is really good. There is a collector's edition from Scream Factory that's coming out. If you pre-ordered it, you probably already got it because they always send out 2 weeks before release date. I hadn't ordered it yet. I missed the pre-order in order to get the awesome movie poster that comes with it, the pre-orders. So now, if you order it from Scream Factory, you just get the movie. So I'm probably going to order it from like Amazon or something because it'll be cheaper. But yeah, I'm going to get it. Just hadn't got around to getting it. But Trick or Treat is an awesome movie. And the fourth movie I watched today was Trick or Treat. Ragman in foreign countries. And this is actually an import Blu-ray because it's not available on Blu-ray in the U.S. I believe this is a German import. It says Region B on the back, but it's not. A special feature or two is Region B. You wouldn't play. But the movie itself is all region, and it'll play in U.S. Blu-ray players. Unless, of course, you have a region-free player, and then you have to worry about it. But yeah, this is the original 1986. Let me see. Yeah, from 1986. It's got Skippy from the Family Ties TV show from the 80s. Mark Price, the actor's name. And basically, he is devastated when he finds out that his rock star idol, metal icon, Sammy Kerr, dies. He basically worshipped the guy. So he's like devastated. He dies. And then, he goes to the radio station where he's really good friends with the local disc jockey, DJ, Gene Simmons' character, Nuke. And Nuke hands Eddie's character's name, Mark Price's character's name. He hands him a acid demo, which is basically a demo record, LP, that there's no other copies in existence other than the copy he made for the radio show, and gives it to Eddie. Now Eddie ends up somehow playing it backwards, which brings out the ghost of Sammy Kerr, and he goes on to help Eddie torture his school bullies that have been bullying him. Ends up killing some of them. Not Eddie, Sammy Kerr does. And it's got a really awesome soundtrack from Fastaway, which is an 80s metal band. I mean, it's just a really good movie. Ozzy Osbourne has a cameo as well. He plays a preacher that's against all this heavy metal satanic music. But yeah, don't know really what else to say about it. It's just a good movie. It's Trick or Treat in America and Ragman everywhere else. So if you haven't seen it, you can find a copy. I'm sure. I mean, the DVDs may still be available somewhere. Probably have to buy them used, because I don't think you could buy them new anymore. Because at one point, about 10 years or so ago, they were in the Walmart dump bin, and I haven't seen them since. So I don't know if it's still in print or if it's not in print, if they're still at least available at a decent price. But either way, if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's really good. Sorry that this is not the best, but I'm craptacular at doing these kind of things, reviews and whatnot. So I'm sure if you've seen my past videos and subscribed to me and shit, you know that by now, right? Right. Anyway, okay, that's it for this edition. Tomorrow I work, so I'll probably just have one or two. I hadn't decided which ones yet. I was going to do a fifth one today, like I said earlier, and it was going to be American Guinea Pig Song of Solomon. But I had, like I said, I got around to playing around on the internet and stuff, so I don't have time now. I could sensibly watch it right now before I go to sleep, because I go to work at 6 in the morning. But I don't want to fall asleep during the movie, because this late at night, it was only like 7:30, so it's really not late. But this time of night, if I start watching movies or something, I'll start doing that shit. I don't really want to go to sleep yet, because then I'll have too much sleep and I'll be too tired for work. But anyway, so that's it for today. And like I said, I don't know what I'm going to watch tomorrow. I got tons of horror DVDs and Blu-rays, Halloween themed stuff. It's a Great Pumpkin. Charlie Brown is definitely going to be on my list somewhere. Not a horror, but it's a traditional Halloween. Yep, that's it. If you actually have any suggestions for what I should watch, feel free to leave in the comments what you would watch if you had a 31 days of Halloween kind of binge-a-thon thing. If I don't already own the movie, I'll see if I can find it on a streaming service somewhere, or rent it from Redbox if they have it. So, but otherwise, feel free to leave your lists of what you plan on watching, or if you're like me, you don't really have a list and just going to randomly pick movies every day. Go ahead and leave what you've already watched for today. And, well, okay. If you like my stuff, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the like button. Do all that good stuff. You can help me continue this channel reviewing stuff by donating to my Patreon, which would help me, be able to keep buying these movies so I could continue to show them to you. Well, I still, as of today, since I started the Patreon several months ago, have nothing. But that's okay. Anyway, that's it for now. Till next time.